champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. We back again with another one, man. Looks like Poetik Flakko is saying that he had a conversation with Drake about YG's arrest. Flacco says that Drake says that he has absolutely nothing to do with this. In summary, Glasses Malone confronts Poetik Flacco about being a propaganda pusher for Drake. He denies it, but later slips up and admits to having a relationship with Drake to where he even asks about him direct questions about the situation. Listen, this whole thing is crazy. I'm assuming this was on Clubhouse, that dusty platform. Molasses Malone. I'm gonna call him Molasses Malone. And Flacco are talking alongside a YouTuber named Rockstar, who I believe made a YouTube video with this content. So salute to him. We're gonna jump into this content, man. I want you to make sure you hit the like button if you did not. Let's take a look.
You know, bro, like Drake has never like tapped in and said, "Yo, post this." You
Oh,
feel me? Like to
he ain't
me,
did that to
to
you, but he did that to Act, and he did that to Act Boy.
but
You know,
Drake and Grand Wizard are like they talk like okay, so like they're like actual friends though, right? So like it's not like
they not actual friends because he don't know that man.
How you know he don't know that, man, when Academic said distinctly that Drake works with Grand Wizard on that Academy page, the Academy TV page, that everyone knows by now. How are you gonna say that they don't know each other? How do you know that? You don't. Just like you're making the accusation that Aubrey did something without zero proof, and that YG is assuming it was Drake without zero proof. Y'all supposed to have all the answers, champ. Well, that Rico's right around the corner. I'm just saying, and it was your people who gave Flacco the information to make this all public. And don't forget, Munchie B went on Clubhouse and said that he passes the bottle to Drakeos, the leader. You know, the person who's responsible. Yeah, we just gotta be real about the situation, but let's continue.
bro, like, they talk every day.
Like, that don't make them friends, cuz. This is just a part of the business. That's just you just see stories. It's just old school media.
I'm gonna be real, right though. Like with this YG stuff though, like I think what like listen, it's the coup deposition with Live Nation. That's what sparked it off, right? So like if the bodyguard is doing those interviews and then LA Times publish it, I don't think Drake needs to tell the media, hey, run this when LA Times kind of like already like you feel me, sparked
But
it off, you know?
even but you know how civil suits work, Flop.
Yeah,
And
of
you
course.
know how civil suits put pressure on police stations so other people don't gotta pay lawsuits. So
Yeah, of course.
certain companies, bank arena, different arenas, they don't want to be responsible for cuz murder. So if the family is suing them because it's seed money that's seeding that money to actually have attorneys, that's putting pressure on everybody to try to solve the case. And then a bunch of rhetoric coming from y'all that y'all see in the stories make it look this way. Like we keep watching it happen over and over again. Like to act like y'all stories wouldn't have nothing to do with this is just disingenuous. Y'all know how.
Well, again, Munchie B is the one who sparked the conversation because he openly admitted that he is actively involved and is friends with the person who's responsible for the deletion of Draco the Ruler, right? And for you to say that, Grand Wizard and Drake talking all the time doesn't equate to friendship, you're crazy. At this point, it gotta be friendship. If you ain't spending that much time together, they gotta have some type of relationship, right? Unless Drake is using Grand Wizard and Grand Wizard is using Drake, which is possible. Some friends use each other too. By the way, in case y'all don't know, yeah, friends use each other too, depending on the situation. There's all types of different types of friendships. There's all types of friendships. Friendships have different meanings, right? And then there's different types of friendships. Like, is this an acquaintance? That type of friend, like, what kind of friend is this? Is this like a sometime friend, a friend that you see around the way? What level of friendship is this at? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of friendship? What type of friendship is this? You know how you have friends at work, but they're not friends outside of work type. Like, what kind of friendship is this? But again, I think that people like Glasses Balloon often end up looking foolish because they're obsessed. People like Glasses Balloon are obsessed with Drake. Facts. There's a lot of people that are obsessed with him. And that's all they can talk about is him. They can't keep his name out their mouths because they're literally worshiping him inadvertently. That's how I feel. I don't care, right? Now, am I the biggest Drake fan in the world? Absolutely not. I'm not here to say that, but I recognize nasty behavioral patterns of people who have obsession issues. That's what I do know. And is Flacco really talking to Drake, or is this all a game? Y'all let me know in the comment section, gang. But we're gonna keep this thing going.
How the stories matter.
Nah, but like, okay, but I don't think Drake has any interest though in like YG going down though, right? Like, why
Drake
would
got
Drake
a
like?
ton
Well,
of Drake mad at everybody. He been mad at everybody. Everything about his campaign said he mad. Now we can keep lying. We can keep acting like he don't care, cuz. But if it's 2 years later, cuz, and everything that he talking about is consuming him, is obviously he still got a problem with it that he had tattooed on. Cuz is obviously he still got a problem.
nah, but right? But I asked Drake about this though, right? And you feel me? And
You asked Drake about this.
no, about like whether or not like did he
Talk to
start
Drake.
with wait though.
Oh, shit. That's what's being said so far. Now, is there more to this? I don't know, gang. But it looks pretty interesting, not gonna lie. It looks pretty interesting. I think there might be a little more to this though, gang. I ain't gonna lie. There might be some more details. But Flacco did stutter. Does that mean he's nervous? He always stutters. Is he telling the truth? He always stutters. That's what I'm gonna say. He always stutters. But champs, this isn't even the craziest thing. So it gets even worse than this. Now,
So ahead.
hold on before we get to that. Flacco is saying that DJ Mustard allegedly paid $1 million to get Draco's alleged murderer out of jail. Is that Frankenstone? Because that's what we saying. Did Mustard do that? We have no clue. But this is what Flacco's saying. And Flacco was connected to the police. And they giving him information. Let's take a look at this content, man. If you ain't hit the like, please and thank you. Let's take a look.
Tomorrow, Frankenstone and his attorney, they requested a plea deal. Now, they already filed a couple motions, by the way, to dismiss this case as self-defense. They've already filed a few motions to dismiss. They gone from filing motions to dismiss. They're now filing, hey, can we get manslaughter instead? Hey, listen, man, he'll plead guilty if he gets manslaughter. The prosecutor says, heck no, not happening. You ain't getting manslaughter at all. You did this crime on camera. You were somehow able to get in bed with rich and powerful people, and they were able to pay your $1 million bond. Oh, by the way, I confirm without a doubt that DJ Mustard is who paid this man's bond. I also confirmed that.
Oh, champ. Oh my goodness, confirmed. Well, I was gonna keep it alleged, champ. But Mustard being a part of this is very suspect. Now, if y'all don't know, Kendrick Lamar, on his last album that he did, had multiple ops of Draco's on the album, and some songs were seemingly remade to poke fun at Draco, such as Peekaboo, which is initially a song that was made by Draco the Ruler. That wasn't the name of the song, but it was definitely a reference and a lyric in the song saying Peekaboo. Now, this song clearly that Kendrick made with another artist who clearly has problems with Draco was not done in a taste that is good. It was done in a very poor taste. Not a rich taste, but a poor taste, right? It was a very bad tasting record that was meant to disrespect Draco the Ruler after his passing. Facts. All right. There's details about it. There's lyrical confirmation about it. There's other songs on the GNX album that feature Draco's ops that can be dissing Draco. They even say the Squabble Up is somewhat of a Draco diss. But hey, listen, if Kendrick is dissing Draco the Ruler, right? If this is 100% certain, I feel like it's certain. If Kenny's dissing him, so what? Kendrick is doing the right thing. If Kendrick is dissing Draco, he's doing the right thing because his friends, his homies, the people he's putting on, got problems with him, so he should have problems with them too. Correct? I'm just saying it's the right thing to do to me personally. But we're gonna keep this thing going.
That this man is showing up with security to court dates and court hearings reportedly provided by allegedly DJ Mustard. Okay, but I don't know. Right? Again, I can't confirm that. But this dude don't got no budget for no security. Okay, I don't know. Right? So ahead.
Oh, champ, listen. Does this make Mustard a suspect? Because if he's a suspect, because Mustard and YG came in together, bro. These are two Compton dudes who came in together, champ. Yeah, these guys came in together, champ. All right, they came into this together, champ. This is what they did, man. They came in the game together, champ. YG and Mustard was very close. What are the odds, champ? I know that Mustard definitely got super close connections to YG. And we know that this Frankenstein guy is supposedly the guy who did it to Drakeo, correct? What are the odds? That's what I'm asking. What are the odds, gang? Listen, this is getting crazy. I want you to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section because this is absolutely absurd. Flakko allegedly talked to Drake, right? Allegedly pushing propaganda for Drake. I think that certain people are delusional. I also think certain people are very much, in a cult without realizing it, not knowing that they're obsessed over anything that Drake does. And if you just mention Drake in every sentence, every day of the week, it makes you look very suspect. I don't care who you are, you look weird. Like, talking about Drake every day is weird. There's other things to talk about besides Drake. But Drake lives rent-free in a lot of people's heads. If you blaming Drake for this Drakeo the Ruler situation, like getting people arrested and all that, I think something's wrong with you. Drake has no dealings with this. Drake don't involve himself in West Coast politics. Let's just be real about the situation. It's a reach. It's nasty. You're playing the blame game when you should be blaming the gang members that told Flakko everything. Flakko never hid that he was working with the police or that he wouldn't tell. He told you straight up and down that he don't rock with them. So the fact that they rocking with him and getting cozy around him and telling him information only makes them look crazy because why would you say these things, champ? Why? And Munchie B is allegedly a rat, supposedly, too. I guess we'll find out soon if he is. But listen, man, I want y'all to make sure y'all smashing that like button. I want you to make sure that you leave a comment because I really want to know how y'all feel about this in the comment section because this is getting very interesting and I'm pretty sure the feds is closing in very soon. But if you didn't hit the link, you need to do so right now unless you want problems with the mayor. But also, you need to make sure you're hitting that hype button because it's incredibly key that you do so. Up that hype button right now because we need them hype points. Will Chamberlain the hype button so we get all the career high points, gang. And if you're brand new to the channel, you gotta make sure you subscribe right now. Turn on every single notification bell so you don't miss a beat from the voice of Gotham, the real New York man. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? Easter man. The one and only real New York man, F Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the 10 favorite Showface News, Big Gotham, and you already know Satan versus everybody at all times. Listen, do me a favor. If you see that pinned comment, I need you to make sure you hit that first link, okay, which is going to take you directly to the next video in case you missed it, and the second link is a must. You hit that link, and it's going to take you directly to the mayor's Discord known as Big Gotham. It's fire. Join today. I'm up out of here, y'all. Salute.